How's it going, guys? Skoks here. Going to wrap up Hawks and Wild tonight. Chicago Blackhawks Central. It's going to be a good recap. What a game! Crazy game in overtime. Probably our most impressive win of the season. Great to see a big win against a great team so far in the early season here, uh, in the Minnesota Wild with Kirill Kaprizov. What a win! Let's get into the stats. Let me roll the intro first. Yeah, so I am going to bring up the lineup on a good win here tonight against the Wild. Um, a few changes, a little, a little swirl, a little jumble with the lines once again from Coach Luke and staff. I got my graphic up on screen if everyone can see that. But let's run through the lineup here and let's see what we have going on. So first line: Foligno, Bedard, and Lucas Reichel. A decent game from the first line. Did notice a few times on the power play or even on 5-on-5, just a few missed opportunities to get the puck on net, whether it's from Bedard or Reichel, but decent game overall from them, but would still love to see them get the puck on net a bit more. Definitely need 98 to score here very, very soon. We really need a 98 goal very soon because I think that's good for us and good for him. Very good for him, right? To get back on the board here. But good game all around, decent game. Going on the second line, Taylor Hall, Philip Kershev, and Tyler Bertuzzi. Thought Bertuzzi probably had one of his better skating games of the season. Thought he looked a bit faster. His strides are a little awkward, a little weird, but uh, thought he had a decent game overall. Just moving the puck through the neutral zone, getting in the ozone. But I do like how he played today, along with Taylor Hall. A few nice chances. And a very weird possession from him. I think it was in the second period. He was dancing with the puck on the far side of the boards of the ice, but he was dancing with the puck, trying to find a an outlet pass over to the other side or to drop it back. But he kept on just skating in circles for like 7 seconds, and then he just got tripped up. Might have been a penalty on the Wild. I think they could have called one there, but they did not. So it just ended up being a turnover for a very, very weird possession with the puck. Just didn't seem to want to pass the puck. It was really, really weird from him. But yeah, hope that doesn't continue like that. A bit of a weird play from him. Don't want to say that he's a greedy player, but he has shown to be a goal scorer first. So definitely yeah, weird play from him. But third line, Joey Anderson, Jason Dickinson, and Teuvo Teravainen. Thought that line looked very good as well tonight. Probably the most consistent line of the night. I still like Joey Anderson's game. I know I talked about it a few games ago. Just a consistent player, skates well, moves the puck well, decent passing, decent in the D zone. I think he just makes things happen, and he is a decent overall player and a good role player for our bottom six. So definitely not mad at his game. Jason Dickinson, he got his second goal of the season, first goal of the game, I believe. Yeah, so good game from him. A bit poor on the faceoffs tonight from him, which is kind of weird. Because he's usually uh, more of a consistent uh, centerman taking draws. So a bit of a weird night from him at the dot, but completely fine. I think he'll be able to pick that up. So, good game from the third line overall. Great game from them, I should say. But the fourth line, Pat Maroon, Ryan Donato, and Craig Smith, looked very, very good in the first period. Made a few plays happen, kept puck possession in the O zone, looking to make a play. Did not capitalize on any, but definitely a lot of chances from them. Even Pat Maroon. So Mikheyev has been healthy scratched, right? Pat Maroon gets back in the game for him, which is justified. I'm completely fine with that because Ilya Mikheyev has done nothing to this point. So completely fine with that. Pat Maroon is back in on the fourth line. Looking at the D pairings, Kaiser, Jones, Vlasic, Murphy, Phillips, Allen, or actually TJ Brody was paired up with Nolan Allen tonight. Uh, an impressive game from Nolan Allen. Thought he had a strong game in the D zone. Broke up a few plays in the corner, played strong in front of the net. So definitely one of his better games tonight against the Wild, which have been pretty good to start the year here. One of the hotter teams in the league, but good game from Nolan Allen and Alex Vlasic once again. I think he is our best defenseman on the team currently. Uh, he's shown it in the D zone, and he's shown his skating skill. His stick handling has improved drastically. His vision in the O zone, it's been awesome to see from Alex Vlasic in just a short amount of time in 2 years, even less than 2 years because he got that small stint from the year before last year. But very impressed with Alex Vlasic. He's a stud. He's a beast. On the back end here. So definitely good from him. And Peter Mrazek in net, showing up and showing out with Corey Crawford in attendance tonight. Really, really good game from Peter Mrazek. Once again, he has continued to play very consistent, stout in net. No injuries, right? He's been able to stay healthy, so that's a blessing for him because he has been an absolute monster with good defensive play in front of him and with his health being so consistent. So awesome game from Peter Mrazek with Corey Crawford, Hawks legend, in um, in attendance. So awesome game from him. But let's run through some game stats. Let me bring it up here. And I'll leave up the lineup on screen so everyone can refer back to that. But let me pull up the game stats from tonight. Hawks and Wild. Final score 2-1 in overtime. 3 stars of the game. First stars, Philip Kershaw with 1 goal. Peter Mrazek with 32 saves, 97% save percentage. In net, Jason Dickinson with his 1 goal as the 3rd star of the game. But scoring, not much to talk about tonight. Just looking at the 2-1 final, so 1 goal from each in regulation. But Jason Dickinson, unassisted, a bit of a weird play in front of the net. Puck pops out to him, and he pops it in there. Leads in the game 1-0. Hawks lead 1-0. I mean, his second goal of the season. So definitely would love to see him get on the board more. Also, only his second goal. But that was about 16 minutes and 45 seconds into that first period. And an overall second period, no goals scored, but a pretty tough tilt in the second period. A lot of consistent pressure from both teams, really, from the Wild and Hawks. A lot of chances on net, a lot of power play opportunities. The penalty kill for the Hawks has been awesome so far. Don't have our stats on that, but if anyone has the rankings of the penalty kill, that would be awesome because we have played strong. We've been stout on the penalty kill so far, but definitely would love to improve on the power play. But awesome game for the penalty kill once again. Looking at the third period here, Peter Mrazek just making all the saves that he had to make to only give up one goal against the Wild, which is awesome. But Matt Bodie, he gets on the board from Zuccarello, and Kaprizov makes the game 1-1 for his ninth goal of the season. So impressive for Matt Bodie, and Kaprizov's 19th assist. 19 assists on the year so far. That's spectacular for him. So really, really good for him. But that ties up the game with 4.5 minutes to go in that third period. So don't love seeing a tying goal being given up, but the Wild put on the pressure and they got one in there. Going into OT, I believe it was like the second or third shift in. Only a minute and 50 seconds into that OT, um, Philip Kershev, he snipes one home from Seth Jones. They are down on a 2-on-1, getting into the zone. Kershev puts a little move on, and I believe it went far side, so far side snipe. But uh, yeah, that ends the game right there, 2-1. Good to see Kershev get on the board. That's only his third goal of the season, so same as Bedard as well. Would love both of these guys to get on the board a whole lot more. Definitely need to see that happen very soon. But some game stats really quick here. Shots were 33 from the Wild, 22 from the Hawks, but uh, wouldn't say that we were efficient, but we were stout in our overall structure in the game. So that's great to see. 25 hits from the Wild, 16 from the Hawks, and 6 penalty minutes for each team. Hawks, once again, above 50% in the faceoff percentage, 51.9 to Minnesota's 48.1. So nice to see us on the better side of that faceoff percentage and get a win here, because that makes everything better looking at the percentage. That's awesome to see. But it pretty much wraps up Hawks and Wild tonight. Next matchup will be on Thursday, so a lot of time off, a few days of rest against the Seattle Kraken on Thursday night. Let me see if I can pull up the time and the Hawks' current record at 6-9. So, uh, yeah, we'll see how we handle these next few games. And do we get over 500? I don't know. Probably not, but who knows, man? It would be kind of cool to see. So, Seattle Kraken, 9 p.m. start time, man. So, late night hockey against the Kraken on Thursday night, 9 p.m. And I believe this is Central Time, so Chicago time, 9 p.m. start time on Thursday night. We'll see you then, Hawks and Kraken. Let's go, Hawks.